Okay. So, are you ready? Yes? Ready? Enthusiastic? Okay. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvise Sunyavari Paschatya Distani. Illustrate, how long do we advertise this class for?
1 hour, Prabhu.
1 hour. Okay. So, many of you attended last time, and I think some of you may have not attended. So, for the benefit of both of us, to help us remember what we learned last time, and also to instruct those or teach those who weren't here last time, we're going to review. And the way we're going to review is I want to ask you all if you remember what we learned last time. And if you do, raise your hand and then we'll call on you and then you can tell us what you learned. And then Radhapi, you have to scroll through because, if we don't, so you can either raise your hand on video or you can raise your hand as a participant. You go to the participants and then you click on your name and then it allows you to raise your hand. Did I just raise my hand? You see my hand? And then lower my hand. So if you click on your name, and on the bottom, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, if you're on video, you can raise your hand. We can see you. So, who remembers?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, this is Veda.
Okay, Veda.
One of the points you told last class was when I chant, I chant.
Yeah, I'm gonna write this in the chat so you can all see it. When I chant, I chant. Okay, so what did I explain? What does that mean? You remember?
We shouldn't do anything else while we're chanting and we must focus on what we're saying.
Yeah. And someone asked you a question, and the question could be for everybody. Why do you think we do something else while we're chanting? There's one, I'm just looking for one word, maybe one or two words. What do you think the cause of that is? Kirtaniya wants to answer. Kirtaniya Gora. Can you unmute him?
Because we're distracted.
By what? What are we, we're distracted.
By Maya.
Okay. Why do we allow ourselves to become distracted? That's my question.
Because Maya's taking us away.
Maya's saying, come here, let's play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll go with that answer. There are many answers. So that's one answer. Maya is interesting, because Maya is not actually against us. She's actually for us. Did you know that? Maya actually wants us to be Krishna conscious, but she'll try to deviate us. And then you might wonder, well, why would she try to deviate us if she wants us to be Krishna conscious? Because she wants to see how strong we are. So when Maya comes and tries to distract you, Krishna's looking. Krishna's going to see what you're going to do. So I'd like you to think that next time. When you have a tendency to become distracted, think, okay, Krishna's watching me now and he wants to see what I'm going to do. Am I going to allow myself to get distracted? Or am I going to chant? Am I going to focus? So Maya is just testing you. And then you can show Krishna, pass the test or fail. Kirtani, have you ever failed the test when Maya comes?
Yeah.
We've all failed many times. So if Maya's trying to distract you, it's an opportunity to show Krishna that I'm serious and I want to chant and I'm not going to allow these things to distract me. Okay, that's one thing. And I want to say one other thing, Kirtaniya. One of the reasons we get distracted, and I think this is obvious, but you can all do something about it, is you have things around you that can distract you, right? Like you're chanting, but you've got your phone or your something around you, something that can distract you. And so you either want to chant in a place or a room where there's no distraction, or if you have distractions, just put them away. You know, like you have a computer or something, just put it away in the closet, turn your phone off. Whatever could possibly distract you, a magazine, a book, anything, just close it. Because a lot of times we don't want to be distracted, but we're in an environment where we're distracted by the things around us, right? So don't make it hard on yourself, because if you chat where you're surrounded by things which are distracting, then it's like having a bag of potato chips open and promising yourself, I'm not going to eat. Let's say I said, you have to finish your rounds before you can have these potato chips, and you're really hungry and it's 8 o'clock. And I put the potato chips bag in front of you and I open them up. What are you going to be thinking of when you chant? Probably potato chips. Yeah. Isn't it? But if I say you can have potato chips when you finish chanting and I put the potato chips away, maybe you won't think of the potato chips. Maybe it's less likely. So this is, I think this is something that all of you can understand, right? If you don't want to be distracted, don't be around things that distract you. I think a lot of you have temple rooms in your house. Yes? Or you have deities. So that's a good place to chant. And also, if you can chant before you go to school, that's the best time. Have you ever tried to chant in the middle of the day and people are doing things and people are talking and you find it difficult? Or you're trying to chant in the car and everybody's talking? You ever try that? It's distracting. Yeah, it's very distracting. So if you can be in a place chanting where there's no distraction, that's like 50% of the battle is already won. Because at least nothing outside of you is distracting you. Then the only thing that can distract you is what's inside of you. Then you'll be distracted about thinking of so many things. At least if the potato chips are out of sight, you're less likely to think of them. Of course, you can still think of them, but less likely. Okay. So I want to continue asking this question because it's an important question. What's another reason you think that we become distracted? Or we allow ourselves to be distracted? What would be another reason? I mean, Maya is a general answer, okay? You could say Maya, that could answer everything, but I'm looking more specifically. Wow.
I think Subhadra had raised hand, Prabhu.
Bhadra?
Subhadra.
Bhadra, where's Bhadra? Page 1, 2, or 3? Of course, all our pages are different.
Subhadra, you can talk. You have the audio.
Your mind?
Mind? Is that what you said?
Yeah, your mind, you just, there's nothing distracting you, but then your mind is like, man, let's do this, and then you're like, no, and then it just kind of like, you follow it sometimes. get too weak and you
Yeah. Okay.
and the mind becomes stronger.
Yeah. So the mind wanders. Okay. So I'm not going to ask you another. I want to ask you another question because I want to go deeper. Why? Okay. Let's say the mind. Whoa. Let's say the mind wanders. Okay. Put this back. The mind wanders. This fell out. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold this. That's strange. The mind wanders. Okay. But then what do you do about it? When it wanders, what do you do about it?
You just,
Why do you allow, no, my question is, why do you allow it to wander? That's my question.
because then you, because some people, they, I mean, in general, some people, they can't control their mind, and then the mind becomes stronger.
It's okay. That's,
And you don't
that's good.
control your
Okay, so,
senses. And then you,
okay, I want to say, yeah.
then you can't
I
control
want
your
to
mind.
say something. I want to say something.
Mhm.
Okay. So what I want you to know, all of you, is that if we can't control our minds, it's usually because we don't want to, not because we can't. So don't ever think, oh, my mind is out of control. But it's better to think, I'm allowing my mind to go everywhere. I'm not trying to control it, because if you try, you can do it. I guarantee you. If you try, you can do it. It's possible. You agree? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'll ask Subhadra. I'll ask Subhadra a question. Subhadra, let's say you're chanting and your mind is out of control. And I say, Subhadra, if you can control your mind for this 1 minute, you really can focus, I'll cook pizza for you, and I'll give you ice cream and cookies for dessert. Would that be easier to control your mind because you have a stronger impetus?
That's gonna be a bit harder, and because then your mind, if for example you're
Oh, you're
hungry,
thinking of
and
pizza and ice cream.
yeah, and then it gets like, man, I want pizza, and then you kind of can't control your mind, and that kind of.
All right. Well, let's imagine something even better than pizza and ice cream. Well, let's say I said, oh, I'll send you to India. If you chant one good round, I'll buy you a ticket to India. Or wherever you want to go, I'll buy you a ticket. Something, if there was something you really wanted, and I said, if you just chant good japa, I'll give it to you. You think you could do it? Chant better japa?
I mean, then that will kind of distract me, because the main principle of chanting japa is to talk. It's kind of like where you talk to Krishna, but then if somebody distracts you, then your mind just gets out of focus and it just wants to chant just to get that sense gratification. But to chant japa, we need to
Okay, that's true.
have distractions.
That's true. I agree with you, it's true. But if I offered you something you really, really wanted, really true. I said, just chant one good round and I'll give it to you. Do you think you could do it?
Well, I mean, it would be, because then that would be like a inspiration for me to finish it quickly, but that wouldn't
Exactly,
be the whole
exactly.
point of chanting japa, because then it'd be like no use of chanting japa, because then if you
Yeah,
would,
yeah.
because then if
That's another point. That's another
if,
point.
if you inspire me
That's a
by
different point.
something, yeah, and then
That's a different point. But if you were inspired, you could. My point is, if you're inspired, you could do it. We could all, if we're all inspired, we could do it, right? So I was saying that when we say I can't control my mind, Don't think you can't. Just think you're not trying to. You're not trying hard enough. You could if you tried harder. You agree?
Yeah,
Does everyone agree? Anybody disagree?
because usually we are supposed to be the boss of our minds, but then
Exactly.
the mind
Exactly.
is the boss of us, and yeah, that's not what we want.
Hold on a second. I'm going to get a different mic so I don't have to hold this, okay? So think about this question. I mean, I keep asking the same question. Why will we get distracted? What are all the reasons? And the more you think about it, the more you understand. I'll be back in a second.
Finished? It's only you, Prabhu? It's only you, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Hare. You can. Somebody wants to answer. If someone else wants to answer, you can answer while I'm setting up another mic.
Okay.
They're here. Prabhu. Huh? You don't have any contact with people also.
You ready? Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
You have a little noise in the when you talk in the microphone.
Yeah, it's just
I think it's the internet.
it gets a bit glitchy. It gets a bit glitchy.
I think it's bad internet. It's also because I have a camera that takes up a lot of resolution. So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sometimes it's hard, but regularly it's okay.
Yeah. It's because I have a high definition camera and a low definition internet. Let's see what happens. So we have a lot of people. Okay. The answer I was looking for is that when you get distracted, the ultimate reason is you're allowing yourself to get distracted. Gopal, you agree? You're allowing yourself. You don't have to. So, if I'm chanting like this, let's say I'm chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I'm not trying to concentrate, am I? I'm just allowing myself to get distracted, and I'm not doing anything. Have you ever chanted like that before? Ramita, you ever chant like that? Just distracted? Looking around, reading things. Okay, we have a video for you. Did I show you this? Did I show any videos in the last class? I don't think I did. Okay. Well, can we show the video of courtesy? Courtesy? Yes? No? We did? Didn't? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. There's a video called Courtesy Japa. Yeah, oh yeah. You're saying in the
I know
chat.
this video. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a good video. Distracted because, I mean, if you're bored, lazy, or because of no interest. Exactly. So, before I show the video, we'll address this. Bored, lazy, no interest. Or bored and no interest kind of go together. Okay. So, lazy, we're all lazy. We know that. So, we're not lazy to eat pizza, but we're lazy to chant Hare Krishna. So, you ever done like, there's a funny, I'm going to find it and we'll show it next time. There's just a funny video that shows these brahmacharis and they're chanting Hare Krishna and they're all falling asleep. I'll demonstrate. It's like this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And then after like 20 seconds in the video, they're all asleep. Every brahmachari like this. It's chanting. And then they hear a voice from the other room, prasadam, and they all wake up and run for prasadam. So sometimes it's like that, isn't it? We get bored chanting and fall asleep, and then we hear the word prasadam and we wake up. That ever happened to you? You hear the word prasadam, it'll wake you up any time of the day or night.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, there is so much echo and I think it's having difficulty in hearing. I don't know if it's the internet, but
If I turn off my camera, I think it'll be better. Let me just try it for a minute, okay?
this is better.
But now it's better.
Now it's better, Prabhu.
Now it's better.
Mhm.
It may go in and out because of the connection. I think, anyway, just let me know, okay? If it's a problem, let me know. Or it could be someone, if someone's unmuted, it could be affecting it. So, the point is, remember last week we said, when I chant, I chant. So, what I want you to think when you're chanting is that there'll be so many things you could think of and so many things to distract you. So you actually have to make an effort. Like when you go to school, right? When you go to school, do you make an effort to learn? Or do you just sit there and fall asleep and just look around the room? You have to make an effort, right? Right, Kirtana? You have to, otherwise you won't learn anything. Isn't it? So you can't go to school and the teacher's talking and you're just looking around, talking to your friends, looking at your phone. You can't do that. You have to actually have to concentrate, right? It's the same with japa. You have to concentrate. You actually have to make an effort, because if you don't make an effort, you know what's going to happen? You're going to look like this. When you if you don't make an effort, this is what your chanting looks like. Krishna, 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 Hare Ram. You ever chant like that? You're chanting, you're reading, you're doing. Okay, we're going to show this video. This video explains it better than I can explain it. Yeah, the video is really funny, and you'll like it. So, Radhapriya, can we show the video? It's called Courtesy Japa. If you've seen it before, it's worth seeing again. The video is based on something that I wrote. And they took what I wrote and they made it into a video. You can make the screen bigger. And the volume louder. And get rid of that yellow. We can't hear anything.
Prabhu, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, anyway, it's just music.
Didn't hear anything. Maybe you should share sound.
Yeah, okay. Radhapriya, why don't you stop it and figure out how to get the sound?
Let me 1 second.
You have to share the sound.
Yeah.
Where's the share sound button?
If you go, so there's 3 dots on the host screen. If you press that, it says share screen or share sound.
Where are those dots? And why do we have the yellow on it? That yellow mark. How did that get there?
Somebody's drawing on it and you have to erase it. Yeah, somebody draw on it, so.
Okay, so where's the share sound button? You understand about it?
Oh, you have to press. So there's 3 buttons at the bottom. So then
Bottom
you
of
have
what?
that, and then it'll give it option share sound.
Where are the 3 buttons? You see the 3 buttons right up here?
So when you stop sharing, and when you try sharing again, on the bottom you'll see like 2 buttons: optimize screen sharing and share computer sound. You can click those 2 checkboxes. Okay, yeah, that's better.
Hare Krishna. Hope you now know how not to chant.
Okay.
Can whoever's
So-
annotating stop annotating?
Also, Prabhuji, you
Yeah.
missed one part on the video at the very end. It shows like the cameraman Japa doing Japa too.
The cameraman's doing Japa while he's filming. That's funny. So we saw chanting while playing a game. We saw chanting while watching television. We saw chanting while talking. We saw chanting while reading. We saw chanting while being in a kirtan. And we saw chanting doing WhatsApp. Did we see anything else? Do you remember?
Yes, we did.
So, brother, what did I miss? Driving.
Oh yeah, and then there was
Driving on a scooter, driving on a
I
car.
was playing video games.
Eating
Yeah.
one. I think
Video
there was
games.
one
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So
Making a to-do list.
to-do list. Oh yeah, that's a big one. To-do list. To-do list is one of the most common ones.
What's your
The
WhatsApp?
chanting.
Jeff?
Yeah. So
The WhatsApp.
there are 10 offenses. There are 10 offenses to the holy name, right? You know there's 10 offenses? You aware of that? There's 10 things you're not supposed to do. Actually, there's 11. And the 11th offense is to have your phone or computer or pad on while you're chanting. That's the 11th offense. But when the Vedas were written, there were no phones, computers, and iPads, and so they couldn't give that. So I've given the 11th offense, all right? So when you chant, you have to turn everything off. All your whatever gadgets you have to turn them off. How's my voice? Can you hear me? It's okay or no? Yeah. Okay. So the point of this that I want you all to understand is that when you get distracted, you're allowing yourself to be distracted, and you can do something about it, right? Just like when you go to school, if your teacher says, stop talking, you don't say, sorry, teacher, I can't stop talking. I have to talk. You say, no, if you talk, you have to go home or you'll be kicked out of school. You'll stop talking. You can control that. You agree? Anybody disagree? Go, Paul. Go, Paul.
This is not the fastest computer. The same goes, you get the big one. So there's a reason why this is $300. However, it's moving fast. $1,300.
Okay. Can we turn that off? I think that's not meant to be on. Okay. If you have to go to the bathroom, no problem.
No, there's no, this is not a $1,300.
Like chanting what?
Anyway,
Okay, can you mute everyone?
Everyone is mute.
Yeah, so it's not exactly what I'm asking.
Now, why are we hearing somebody? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, what else did we learn last week? Who remembers? Raise your hand if you remember, and we'll call on you, and you can speak. You remember we told you, like, after the class last week, after the last class, you have to go teach somebody. I have a video of one of the students teaching. You want to see that video? Would you like to see that? Let's see if this is going to work. Because she teaches everything we learned. And I think I might have sent this out to everybody. How can we show our YouTube video, WhatsApp video? I just put it in front of the camera? Or there's a better way?
You have to have the video in your computer in order to share the screen. But if you don't have it,
I don't have
right.
You can
I
use
don't have-
WhatsApp web.
I don't have WhatsApp on my computer.
Prabhuji, what you can do is go to web.whatsapp.com.
Yeah.
It feels like a QR code.
I don't know my password.
Add the WhatsApp onto the website. And then you can show the
Scan
video
it.
on there.
Yeah.
Go
I
to
have
web-
another idea. I have another idea. I think you'll be able to hear it. Let me know if you can hear this.
We
Hold
can't.
on. I want to know if you can hear this.
on the phone, and when you call the Krishna, and he says, what do you want me to do? And you say, and I need help to chant, to love you more, and be with you more. And the last is...
Can you hear that?
Yes.
I
She
can't hear
said,
anything.
you remember?
I can't hear anything. Yeah. I can't hear anything.
I'll tell you what she said.
I can hear. I can hear.
I can hear.
Okay.
I
Well,
can
I'll
hear.
explain.
I can
I can
hear.
explain.
I can hear.
Okay. Very good. I'll explain. Last time we said that when you chant, chanting is a prayer, so you should ask Krishna for help. Don't just chant like a robot and like you don't think of anything, you don't feel anything, but you ask Krishna for help. You remember that? We said if Krishna came to you and said, what do you want? What would you ask for? Remember that? Because Prabhupada said, when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna comes to you and says, what do you want? You're actually calling him. So he comes in front of you and says, what do you want? So through your chanting, you express what you want, what your desire is. And what do you want? You want to be Krishna conscious, you want to be a pure devotee, you want to be more advanced, you want to be kinder, more humble, you want to be more compassionate, help people. Whatever it is you want, through the holy name, you're praying. And if we don't do this, have you ever seen a devotee? I'm going to do some imitations. Have you ever seen a devotee chant like this? It looks like when they're chanting, they're not feeling anything. Something like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You've seen it before? I know what they're thinking. I know what they're thinking.
Get itchy.
I know what they're
Don't
praying.
they itch or something?
They're trying to get it over. They're trying to finish it, right? If you see somebody chanting like this, what do you think that really is going on inside? What do you think they're thinking and feeling? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. What do you think they're thinking and feeling? Who? Raise your hand. Chaitanya, what do you say? You have an answer? If somebody's chanting that way, what do you think they're thinking and what do you think they're feeling? You know what I think they're feeling? They're feeling like, I don't want to do this. I just want to get this done. This is not fun. Yes? Right? Yeah. So, and I'm sure all of us have chanted that way before. Right? Radha, you want to say something? Radha Bishwas.
Mohini Singh she raised her hand.
Yeah.
Now you can talk, Mohini.
Oh, Mohini.
Would they not? Then why did they chant?
Because we know we're supposed to chant. So we make a vow, I'll chant 1 round or 4 rounds or 8 rounds.
But
So we're doing it, but we're doing it, but we're doing it, but we're not really doing it. We're just doing it like out of duty, but we're not doing it out of love. And so that's why they feel that way. It's like you have a job or you go to school. I'm sure there's some class you don't like. Maybe it's math, maybe it's science, maybe geography. Maybe there's one class you don't like. So when you sit in class, you kind of look like that devotee when he's chanting japa. Right? Isn't it? But if it's a class you like, you're very excited and inspired. So the problem is we all should chant because it'll help us. But we want to chant in the right mood. And the right mood is to ask Krishna, please help me with something. Help me become a better devotee. Help me love you. Help me think of you. Help me please you. That's what we're supposed to be feeling when we're chanting. We're not supposed to be feeling, oh, let me just chant my 1 round to get it done, or let me chant my 4 rounds and get it done, then I can do whatever I want. We're supposed to be answering the question that Krishna is asking us, what do you want? You remember last time we did that exercise? We asked you if Krishna came, what would you ask for? You remember? Okay, I'm going to ask the question again. If Krishna came and said, what do you want, what would you ask for? Someone can tell me? Well, if Krishna came to your house, knock, knock, who's there? Krishna who? Lord Krishna. Oh, okay, come in. What brings you here? Oh, you chant my name every day, so I came over. I just wanted to know why you call me every day. What do you want? What would you say?
I would say, let me be with you.
Let me be with you. Oh, forever. Yeah, that's a good one. That's nice. Radha, what would you say?
I would say that I want to go with you to Golok Vrindavan, and I also want you to help the other people who are trying to go back.
Oh, nice. So your prayers, I want to go back, but I also want the empowerment or the ability or the knowledge or the compassion to be able to help other people want to go back. That's beautiful. That's how the pure devotees pray. They pray that they can be an instrument to help other people become Krishna conscious. And when you chant, you can pray that way. Krishna, make me more compassionate, or give me a desire to help other people. Do you know, Radha and everyone, do you know that you'll never be happier than when you help other people? There's nothing you can do that will make you as happy as when you help someone else become happy. Did you know that? Like, you could have everything in the world, but if you help someone else get what they want, it'll actually make you happier. Isn't that amazing? So you can pray to Krishna for that desire to want to help other people, want to make them happy, not just that I become happy. Very good.
There's another opinion, Galaxy A50. I don't know who is.
Galaxy A50. You want to say something? Does Galaxy A50 know he's Galaxy A50? He may not know. I'm not sure he knows that's who he is.
It's me.
Okay. Yeah, okay. What's your name?
Yeah, Dhruv.
Dhruv. Okay, Dhruv.
So what if you're like in school and you're doing a like subject and you're doing japa?
No, that's the whole point. When I chant, I chant. That means when you chant, nothing else. Nothing else. It's just like if you and I are talking. Let's say you're talking to me, Dhruva, and you're telling me what you did today. And while you're talking, you're talking to me and I'm saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. And you know I'm not listening to you because I can't chant and listen at the same time. Right? So you'd probably be a little upset with me if you're talking to me and I'm chanting. So Krishna wants your attention. When you chant, Krishna wants your attention on his name. He wants your attention. He wants your heart. He wants your prayers. He doesn't want you to be thinking about all these other things while you're chanting his name. He wants the connection. That's what he wants from you. And if you do this, you'll never get bored when you chant. If you ever get bored when you're chanting, it's because you're not focusing. You're not giving your heart. You're doing other things. You know, I was asking you this question, why do we get distracted? Well, one of the main reasons is we're bored. So I'm chanting and I'm bored. But if you're bored, you're not really chanting. You're just saying it, but your heart is not really chanting. But when you pray, Krishna, please help me, you won't get bored. Now I have a question. Before any of you speak, I have a question. Do you need help? Raise your hand if you need help. Do you need help? Is there anyone in this world who doesn't need help? We all need help in becoming better, right? At whatever it is, materially or spiritually, right? We all need help. So when we're chanting Hare Krishna, we're asking for Krishna's help, right? Now let's say I'm asking for Krishna's help and it sounds like if I was asking for Krishna's help, it would sound like this: Krishna, please, please, I need your help. Help me, help me. I want to become Krishna conscious, but I need your help. Please help me. I can't do this on my own. I want to be more pure. I want to be a better devotee. I want to be, please, please help me. That's how it would sound, right? Wouldn't it? You agree? Yes? Something like that, right? More or less.
Yogesh want to say something?
Wait. Now, let's say I was asking for Krishna's help and I said it like this. Krishna, please help me, help me, help me. I need your help, help me, help me. Oh, Krishna, please help me, help me, help me. I want your help, help me, please help me. I want your help. Help me, help me, help me. Doesn't make sense, does it? So when we chant like that, it's because we don't realize we're actually supposed to be asking for help. And if we're asking for help, it'll sound more like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You agree? Yes? Now, I want to give you homework. Before I forget, I want to give you homework. What I want you to do is every day for the next week, I want you, when you chant Japa, I want you to have a phone and record it. Record a few minutes. You're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Record a few minutes, and then listen to it. And then tell me, what does it feel like you're saying? So maybe you're chanting and you play it back and it sounds like this. And then you have to say, well, what does that sound like you're saying? It sounds like I'm saying, I'm bored, I don't want to do this, right? So I want you to listen to your own voice, because your own voice and emotion is going to reveal to you what's going on while you're chanting. This will really help you a lot. You'll be surprised when you listen to your chanting. Ask your mother, Mohini, for this one exercise if you can do this. You only need it for 3 minutes. Okay? And then do it on the weekends, whatever, right? And if you're chanting nicely, it's going to sound like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Okay. Radha wants to say something, and someone else wanted to say something? Okay.
We have several people, so first is going to be Yogesh.
Okay, Yogesh.
Another way you could ask Krishna is, I want your mercy.
Oh, good. That's nice. We all need mercy. We get Krishna's mercy, everything's good. That's very good prayer. I want mercy. What else? Who else wants to speak?
We have Ashu.
Ashu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I had a question.
Okay.
So should we focus more on like how many rounds we do And like if we should like set a goal for like 16 rounds every day, or should we concentrate on the pronunciation of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and not focus on the rounds?
Neither. You should focus on the prayer. That's the most important. And then you should establish a number that you can do every day as a vow. That's important also. But you don't just want to do the number and not be in the mood. Pronunciation it's important, but the most important is the mood. More important than the number is the mood, because if you chant 100 rounds but you don't have the right mood, it won't help much. If you chant a few rounds in the right mood, it'll help more. So the mood is most important. The prayer, asking for help, the focus, the concentration, that's most important. And how old are you? Ashu? What's your age? 6, 7, 8, 10?
8. No. Sorry, 9. 9.
9. Yeah. So what's a good practice if you can do this? For every year, chant 1 round. So if you're 9, chant 9. If you're 1, chant 1. If you're 16, then 16 for the rest. If you just add 1 every year, that would be fantastic if you can do it. You can try that. Then when you're 108, you can chant 108 rounds.
No, we have Garima.
Kalima. Okay.
I wanted to tell you that when I chant, I also feel a little bit bored.
What? Say that again. I didn't hear. When you chant, you.
When I chant, I feel a little bit bored.
Yeah. So now what I want you to do is, when you chant, think, Krishna is asking, what do I want? And when I chant, I'm going to chant in a mood of asking Krishna for something. So think about what you need. Think about a problem you have. Think about a desire you have that Krishna could help you with. And when you chant, try praying for that. I actually think we should do that now. Why don't we chant for 5 minutes? And all of you could think of something that you need help with. And then through the chanting, you'll pray for that kind of help. So we're going to chant like this, Hare Krishna, like we're asking for help. Okay? We're not going to chant like this. We're not going to chant like that. Okay? So get your beads. If you don't have beads, you can chant without beads. But I want you all to think, if Krishna came to your house and asked you, what do you want, what would you say? And then as you chant, pray. Pray for that. Like, Krishna, I want to be more compassionate. I want to be more pure. I want to love you. I want to serve. I want to help the world. I want to be a better servant. Whatever it is. I want to be a more tolerant, more forgiving. I want to be kinder. Whatever you need. Can you do that? Can we try that? Okay. So we'll just chat for maybe 5 minutes. Okay. And then you try this and see how it goes. All right? Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. Okay, we can stop now because we have to finish soon. So, I want to ask you.
We have 3 questions in whole, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
I don't know if you
hold
want.
on. I want to ask you what you were praying for. Someone want to tell us what they were praying for, and how the chanting went? Did it go well? Were you able to pray well? Were you able to focus? Who would like to share? Karina, did that help you? Did it help you concentrate? Karima.
Yeah.
A little bit? A little better?
Little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you praying for?
What
What were you praying for while chanting?
I was praying to go to Goloka.
Oh, good. Go to Goloka. That's a good prayer. How did it feel? Nice?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, keep doing that. Keep doing it. That will be good for you. Okay? Okay. Who else would want to share? So Radha wants to share. You're still muted.
Please, where is Radha? Could you, Radha Biswar?
Yeah,
Biswar?
Biswas. Radha Biswas. Bengali, right?
Yeah, and my dad is Bengali.
Yeah. Keman ache. Balo. Khub balo. Okay. Radha.
I was asking to help me go back to Godhead and help, try to help other people, because I'm trying to, my neighborhood, I'm trying to make them devotees.
Oh, nice. Where do you live?
Oh, I live in Massachusetts.
Oh, that's nice. Make your neighborhood Krishna conscious. Distribute prasadam. They'll love you.
Both of my neighbors, I distribute them a lot of prasadam, and one of my neighbors actually became vegetarian, so I'm happy about that.
Fantastic. Okay, very good. Who else wants to share? Who else wants to share what they learned, what they prayed for?
Desh can talk, no?
I prayed for coronavirus to end, and I also prayed for Krishna to have mercy on me at all times.
Fantastic. I'll get to the questions in a minute. Okay, who else wants to share? Usher, you want to share?
I prayed that since we're moving to India, I wanted to spread Krishna consciousness over there too, more in my neighborhood.
Fantastic. You're moving back to India.
Yes.
You were born in America?
No, I was born in India.
Oh, and you came to America, and now you're going back.
Yeah.
What part of India?
Pune.
Pune, yeah. Pune. I was in Pune in 1983. Last time I was there, yeah. Okay, one more, and then we'll take some questions.
Kirtaniya.
I felt that so I can go back to Goloka and other people can also go back to Goloka.
Nice, fantastic. That's a good prayer. So, all of you, now when you chant, try to be thinking that Krishna is coming and he's asking you, what do you want? Okay? And then you pray and ask. Okay? So we have a couple questions. We ran out of time, but I'll answer them.
Pratyush has a question.
Where's the question?
No, he's going to ask you.
Okay. And Dhruv has a question he really wants to ask.
Pratyush, you are on hold. Okay, so the next one is I have Yogesh to Dhruv wants to ask.
Dhruv, what do you want to ask? You want to unmute and ask your question? There's more than one Dhruv?
So, I wanted to ask, can I chant in my mind, or do I have to chant it out loud?
Yeah. It's better to chant out loud. chanting in your mind is for very, very advanced devotees. Maybe when you're more advanced, but you can chant quietly if you want.
Yeah, like that,
You
basically.
can chant quietly, softly, yeah, that's okay. All right, I think we need to end because we're only supposed to go an hour, but we're going to do this every month. So we'll do this the first Saturday of every month. We'll have a class on Japa. And then last night we had one also for the devotees in Australia. And there's also devotees from South Africa and other places that are attending, and even India. So we're going to have to end now. But I wanted to thank you all for coming. And I hope you got something. And I hope you remember when I chant, and that when I'm chanting Krishna, yeah, every month we'll do this, first Saturday every month. When I'm chanting, I'm calling Krishna, and Krishna wants to know what's my desire, and I'm expressing that desire. Okay? Hare Krishna to everyone. And then you can tell your other friends that it will be the first Saturday of every month at 10 a.m. And that's New York time. And that will be 10 a.m. is 3 o'clock in London, 4 o'clock in South Africa, 6 o'clock in Eastern Europe. What time is it in India? 6:30 in India, 6:30 p.m. in India, something like that. 8.5 hours, right? So it should be 6:30. And yes. Okay. Hare Krishna to everyone. Make sure you record your japa and listen to it. And try to interpret what you're hearing and what you're saying. What are you saying through the mantra? Okay? So I'm going to go now. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Keep chanting. Don't give up, even if it's hard. Do it every day. You'll be blessed. The holy name will bless you. You'll be eternally blessed by the holy name. Okay, Hari Bolo.